Now, I've never been the biggest fan of those like 30-second intro videos that people seem to have on their YouTube channels because I always just skip them. Skip. But recently I found that I need something to like draw all my videos together. I've realised that although everything's eclectic, although there's like so many different like themes in my videos, that will be okay if there's some sort of unifying experience at the start, because otherwise it's just all over the place. So I want to create a little video that's maybe like 5 seconds or less, that's just like a couple of clips from other videos and then a clip from the video that we're currently on, and then it just like animates together, and then it's my logo, and then the logo just like drips off the screen. And the bit that I wanted to focus on today was the bit where the logo drips off the screen, because I want to like animate it in 2D. And so I found this program which is called Pencil2D, and it's free and it works with a Wacom, a pen tablet thing. So I'm gonna give it a go, and I thought I'd just make a video about it because why not? It's one of them things like there doesn't seem to be an awful lot of like documentation about this app, so I just thought if I make a video and it's me muddling through it, I'm gonna share my screen, I don't know, maybe it'll be helpful to someone. So the basics of it are, you kind of draw something and then you press F7 and it creates a new frame, then you just draw another thing, and you just basically keep building it up, and each time you draw something you move a frame ahead, each time you move ahead you draw something, and 2D animation is super tedious. But I really I was watching, basically the reason I've got into this is I was watching videos that people were making on and sharing on Instagram, and some people are just doing amazing stuff with it. Now they're using an iPad app and they're drawing straight on the screen, and it looks amazing. You can put all sorts of effects in it. But I wanted to just go back to basics and do the most simple thing possible. So when you play this back, you just get this beautiful like choppy old style animation, and I really like it. I like it a lot. Basically what I want to do is I want to find a way to bring my logo into this and then like draw this animation of the logo like just dripping away or something like that. I'll see where it gets to. Let's go for it. How do you stop this? So is there a way to place something? Maybe I can just try and drag it into it. So I've got my logo there. No. Oh, right. Let's change the shortcuts because these are annoying me. Can that not just be that way? Duplicate frame. It's just up. Okay. So can I not paste in anything? At input. Obviously. Let's go. Bring this in. What? Alright. Can I scale this? Doesn't appear to be any way of scaling it. Can move it though. Yes! Now we're getting somewhere. Right. Which layer is he on? He's on bitmap layer. Okay. How? I mean, do I just do that? That'll duplicate him. Let's duplicate him 60 seconds. So basically I just held down duplicate. And I think he's just on screen now. Yes, right. 60 frames of that. Okay, now to the tablet. So let's give it a couple of frames. New layer. Right, new bitmap layer. There we go. Call this droplets. And how do we zoom in? Nope, that doesn't work. Let's find zoom. Tools. Layer, view. Okay. It is a command and up. There we go. Okay, brush. So I've got my brush set to width of 21, feathers off, pressure's on, anti-alias is on, and stabilizer is strong. And okay, I'm still going to use, so F7, no, that doesn't work. That's taking me to the end. No, not save it now. Okay, so this is one of the things with like, this program's kind of powerful because it does exactly what it needs to, but it's also really confusing because it's so simple. How do I make that just be across here? There we go. So it's all just about selecting the right layers. I get you. Right. I'm going to make my brush a bit smaller. And let's go. No, I don't understand. Okay, let's try this again. Import image. And let's resize this guy. That one. No. Select him and resize him then. Yeah. Okay, so back to painting. Just gonna paint a little bit of like a whoop. Fill that in. Next. Bit bigger. And let's zoom in a bit. Oh, this could take a while. This is going to ruin my eyes. So I've been watching these videos by a guy who I'll link up here because I can't remember his name, but he does amazing stuff on stop motion. He's just doing a series because he's in lockdown. He's doing like this basics of animation. That's the principles that I'm applying here. I also did used to do a bit of stop motion when I was younger, so I've kind of got it built in, like the timing and the spacing of stuff. So I've got that there. I think this is looking all right so far. I'm not sure how to make okay, I like that. It kind of like disappears away, and okay, so how do I move just to the next? Is there an opacity? So it's still there then. Just keep it there then. Still there. Right, now paint. Now I need to paint this in. Oh no, what have I done here? Oh, I can't do any more undos. Damn it. Okay, right. Now I'm getting there. Getting there. Next, there we go. Right. Let's paint this in now. I really like this app. I really like this, like, real hands-on approach. You know, instead of animating like keyframes all the time, this is like real back to basics. And it's free. And yes, I've got this pen, but I mean, you could probably find ways around that. Like you could draw this with your mouse. It just take a little bit longer. And honestly, you can pick up a little Wacom tablet, like one of the cheap ones for like 30 quid. So if you really want, if you got the bug for this, it's not like going to break the bank. So what I've done is I've done the outline, and each time when you're doing the outline, you want to create a new frame. So I set that to, by default it's F7, but I changed that to forward arrow. But now that I've gone back and I'm just painting it in, what I'm doing is I'm using basically it's full stop and comma to go forward, full stop, backwards, comma. And so I can just like go through these without editing anything, because if I create a new frame, it creates it at the end. But if I'm just like scrolling through them, it just goes to the next frame when you push full stop. Honestly, don't mind if it's like looks kind of choppy, because it is. It's like 3 seconds. So if you don't know, when you're animating stuff, you can get away with like 12 frames per second instead of, you know, sort of 24, 25 or 30, and that makes things a lot quicker. Because think about it, with animation you're doing each frame. I'll try that on the next one. There's like a fill tool. Yeah, fill tool doesn't really work very well. It's because of the aliasing. I really should just save it and stop that pop-up coming up. What I probably should do is map these onto the hotkeys on my Wacom. Oh shit. See, that's what happens if you press new frame, it sends you right to the end. I thought tapping it a couple of times would do it, but no. This is okay though. It's kind of nice. Nearly halfway through. This is one of them things where it actually really helps if you know a little bit of like sort of physics, I guess. Like how a droplet like forms in the air. Because it doesn't... See, droplets aren't like raindrop shaped. Apart from when they're like... when they're dripping down and the surface tension breaks, they're like raindrop shaped for a split second. I think because I don't use After Effects anymore, I've just been looking for like a way to animate stuff in it, you know, in like a different method of animating stuff. And this is really satisfying, especially when you like draw something and you hit play. Okay, now I'm going to go back through and I'm going to edit out I'm going to like use the eraser tool to edit out the logo. So it probably happens like there, maybe dip in a bit.
Why is it melting?
It's melting. So it's taken a bit of fiddling to work it out, but I've kind of got there now. I quite like it. I think it maybe needs another layer highlights. So if I go to brush and go white, I can go. So I'm going to say the light's coming from the top there, side there. To 300%, hit the brush tool. Oh, I'm getting there now. Just a little bit of highlight in here, just to help sell a bit of 3D. Light glinting off little bits of it. There we go. It's good that it does layers though, because if this was all on the same layer and I realised I hated it, it'd be so difficult to like go and sort it out. You could even animate the light like moving around. Really wanted to. Oh, I really like that. I really, really like that. Right, let's find out how you export this. Should I save it first? Save. Logo animation 2020. Well, this is a good little bit of advice. If you've got stuff that you need all the time, make a little assets folder. So I've got one for work stuff, I've got one for like general stuff, and then I've got one for YouTube stuff. So in here, logos and logo animation. There we go. I wonder if by 600. 16 by 12. And right, transparencies. So preferences. Let's go with image sequence. Transparency PNG. Let's go 16. Don't really know why. Browse. Okay, so you can change this. And back to that folder. There we go. (2020). Hopefully this works, and then we should just be able to put that together in Final Cut. So let's go to Final Cut. Here's a video I'm working on. I'm going to do new event logo and import that. Where to save it to? Server. Assets, logo animation, select all of these, let's leave files in place for now, import and new project, let's go 4K, logo animation, and Command A to select all, Control D and 1, and that'll make each one of them one frame. I don't want them to be one frame, so Command D and 2. And well, it even looks good on black. But what I want is a white background. So there's two ways you can do a white background. You can go to the preferences. And you can do that, but I like that to be black. The other way to do it is just drop in a generator, custom. Let's make this white. I love it. I'm really happy with that. Okay, so that's my little animated logo for now. I'm a huge fan of this piece of software. It's super simple. I'll link it down below. Obviously it's free, so ain't nobody getting paid for that, not even the people who make it. And probably a person who makes it, let's be fair. Yeah, that was the world's longest way around of making an animated logo. Yeah, it's all hand drawn. Yeah, that's the thing. Right. Latest.